Oh, they're taking off. Down the first straight they go. We got Alina Bailey, Judd Hall, and Olivia Ike. Headed down the first straight. We're picking them up as they come back around the 466 and the 833. Olivia says, I'm just here for the cookout. Oh, no, we lost one. He's getting himself back up. Oh, we got a move being made. Alina, the 466. Oh, the 833 of Judd is back on. Here they come down the last straight. We got a race going. Is that Spider-Man out there? Oh, they're battling side by side over the double. They're going to come into the finish line. Looks like Judd and Alina racing back to the line. Oh, yeah. All right, moto number one back up, lined up out there. We got Hudson and Jennings. Are you guys ready? All right, on your mark, get set, go. Oh, they're taking off. Down the first straight they go. The 894 of Hudson Bush and the 834 of Jennings Hall headed down the first straight into the first turn. Westerville and Marysville battling. Coming back down the line. Looks like Jennings, the 834, showing the way. With the 894 of Hudson coming back around on the 2. Oh, yeah. Up and over the double, bringing it into the finish line. We've got them lined back up out there. Moto number 2. All right, guys, here we go. On your mark, get set, go. Oh, they're taking off. Down the first straight they go. We've got Alina, Judd, and Olivia. They're all three out there running, making their way down the first straight through the rhythm section, headed for that turn. So they come up and over. Oh, yeah. Single file out of the turn and bringing it down the last straight. Set the 833 of Judd Hall. Going to show the way. Looks like Olivia Ike, the 861. She's out there. And the 466 of Alina Bailey coming back down the last straight. 2-year-old balance bikers on the track. 2 years old. That's right. Put your brother to work. Oh, yeah. Coming across the line. All right, we got main events lining up out there. Hudson and Jennings. Are you guys ready? All right, on your mark. Get set, go. Oh, yeah, they're taking off. Down the first straight they go. Jennings and Hudson battling down the first straight. Headed for that first turn. They got to get up and over that step up and into the first turn. And now they're coming down the last straight at me. The 834 of Jennings coming back through, headed for the finish line. I see the 894 of Hudson Bush. He's coming back around on the last straight. Hudson bringing it back around. Hey guys, the cameras are up and running. We're live on Facebook and YouTube if you want to tell Grandma and Grandpa or your girlfriend. I know there's a lot of girlfriends out here. All right, we got our last main event of balance bike out there. Alina Bailey, Judd Hall, and Olivia Ike. Are you guys ready? On your mark, get set, go. Oh, they're taking off. Down the first straight they go. 3 riders out there. Balance bike main event on the track as they head down the first straight. Headed for the finish line. There's some heat. This is a good race. We got a bunch of them out there. They're all gathered up, headed into the first turn. It's still up for grabs as they come out of the first turn. Looks like Spider-Man, the 833 of Judd Hall, going to show the way, but Olivia Ike making a charge. And Alina Bailey, she's in there. They're coming down the last straight. Oh, side by side for the one. Look at these guys coming back through. Is that Olivia Ike on the top spot? Judd and Alina battling as they come back through. Looks like Judd on the 2 and Alina rounding out your podium with the 3 spot. Let's give our balance bikers a round of applause out here on Memorial Day. Oh yeah, track all clear. We're looking good. All right, we need Bray Lawless up at the gate. Bray Lawless. Moto number 3 on the track, 36-40 ladies cruisers. We got Braylon Swap, Casey Bauer, Abby Ellison, Tegan Clark, Leslie Bailey, and Jennifer Swap. Oh yeah, quite a gaggle of riders out here as they head through the rhythm section. We're picking them up as they come back around. Looks like Clark on your top spot. TC, Ellison, Swap. Bauer, Bailey, and bombs away, coming back through. Moto number 4 on the track, 11 cruisers headed down the first straight. We got Adkins, Newell, and Lawless making their way around as they come through the rhythm section. Looks like Adkins on the top spot. Here they come down the last straight. Gonna go Adkins, Newell, and Lawless. 1, 2, 3. Moto number 5 on the track, 17-20 cruisers. Jamison Easterling, Luke Little, and Steve Ike as they head into the second turn. Ike got the top spot. They're battling for the 2. Easterling got it. Little trying to battle back as they head for the last turn. Coming back at me, looks like Ike. Side by side, Easterling and Little. I don't know who got that one. We got an extra one out here. We should have 3. We got 4. We got Oliver Kingan, Patrick Tasker, and Vivian Bush headed down the second straight. They're battling. As they head down the rhythm section, we'll figure out. We got an extra rider out there. Here they go down the last straight. I believe our last ride, 294. Coming back at me, the 482 of Kingan, Bush, and Tasker coming back through. Gates down, meta number 7 on the track, 6-year-old novice. We got Robert Matthews, Jonah Todd, Holden Blair, and Rylan Rupp. All 4 riders into the first turn as they come out. Holden Blair on the top spot. He just wanted the announcer to know who he was as he heads down the second straight. We got Blair showing the way. We got Rupp, Matthews, and Todd battling for the 2. As they come in and out of the second turn into the rhythm section. They're making their way around. Oh yeah, there's some heat coming. There's a move being made for the 2. Blair on the top spot. Is that Rupp and Matthews battling for the 2? Looks like Rupp, Matthews, and Todd. Great racing out of our 6-year-old novice class. Meta number 8 on the track, 8-year-old novice headed down the second straight. We got Robbie Lehner, Laney Lodges, and Maddie Posmatier. In and out of the second turn and into the rhythm section. They're battling. I think that's Robbie and Lane. Here they come down the last straight. We'll pick them up. The 924. And the 170, Robbie and Lane with the 94 bike of Maddie on the 3 spot. Coming back through. Meta number 9 on the track, 9-year-old novice class. We got Etta Bailey, Jet Willie, and Braden Horton. Down the second straight they go. They're racing hard. Headed for that second turn. Into the turn they go. Jet's making a deal to get that side hack fixed if he wins a race out here. Got a crank here. Into the last turn they go as they come back out. I believe that's the 48 bike of Etta Bailey showing the way with the 237 of Horton. And the 71 of Willie coming back through. Meta number 10 on the track. We got Kix Decker, Joseph Posmatier, Adele Bush, Ivy Hall, and Bray Lawless as they head down the second straight into the second turn as we pick them up. The 298 bike of Posmatier on the top spot. He's getting it done. He's got a bunch of wins. He's going to be headed to intermediate before long. He knows how to get around here. The 235 of Hall. Is that Adele Bush? The 835 of Ivy. Yeah. Meta number 11 on the track. 14 novice headed down the third straight. Bailey, Brust, and Baker. Into the last turn they go. We pick them up as they come back around. Believe that's Baker. Bailey and Brust coming back through. Meta number 12 on the track. 41 to 45 novice. We got Rupp, Matthews, Decker, Bailey, Klein, and Bush. Down the second straight they go. Believe that's Bailey out on the top spot. Bailey and Rupp battling for the top spot. Got Klein in there on the 3. Matthews. Here they go down the rhythm section. Oh, a move to the inside. Rupp going to take it over as they come back around. He's battling back on the inside. They're side by side. Looks like Rupp, Bailey, Klein, Matthews, Bush making a charge. Bush and Decker coming across. Meta number 13 on the track, 6-year-old intermediates. We got Clayton Lodges, Bailey Loy, and Everett Bailey as they head down the second straight. We're picking them up out of the turn as they head through the rhythm section. I believe that's Lodges, the 155 on your top spot with Bailey on the 2 and Loy on your 3, but we'll pick them up as they come back through. Oh, that's your 2 bike. That's Bailey. Bailey on the top spot with Lodges and Loy, 1, 2, 3. Meta 14 on the track, 8-year-old intermediates. We got Matthias Colmenares, Luke Adkins, Memphis Williams, and Bodie Loy in and out of the second turn and down the straight. They're side by side for the top spot. Got to be Colmenares and Loy battling with Williams in there on the 3 as they come down through the rhythm section. Side by side into the last turn. Oh, Loy going to take a look on the bottom, battling side by side down the last straight. Colmenares and Loy coming back to the line. Bodie Loy going to take it over right at the line. Loy, Colmenares, and Williams, 1, 2, 3. Meta number 15 on the track, 10-year-old intermediates. Cameron Larison, Max Bauer, and Celeste Van Horn. Single file into the second turn. Looks like Larison going to show the way with Bauer and Van Horn in tow as they make their way through the rhythm section. Here they come down the last straight. Looks like Larison, Bauer, and Van Horn going to finish. Van Horn making a charge. Can Bauer going to hold on? Van Horn right there. Meta 16 on the track, 11 intermediates. We got Chase Baker, Griffin Todd, and Reed Cole. Into the third straight they go. Got to be Chase Baker on the top spot with Griffin Todd and Reed Cole in tow. In and out of the last turn and coming back at me. Looks like Baker going to take your 1. Baker, Todd, and Cole, 1, 2, 3. Meta 17 on the track, 12 intermediates headed down the first straight. We got Luke Little, Landon Bonzel, and Kendall Bailey. Here we go. This is a race headed into the second turn. 3 wide. In and out of this turn. Looks like Bailey going to show the way. Bonzel on the 2, Little on the 3, but it's still up for grabs as they head into the last turn. Coming back at me on the last straight. Bailey got it under control. They're going side by side for the 2. Bailey, Bonzel, and Little, 1, 2, 3. Meadow 18 on the track, 14 intermediates. We got the Muskrat, Cassidy Reich, Leah Ankrum, Kylie Klein, and Bentley McKee in and out of the last turn. Coming back at me, McKee gonna show the way, punching his ticket. Looks like Reich and Ankrum battling for the 2 with Klein in there. Looks like Reich gonna hold on for the 2 with Ankrum on the 3 and Klein on your 4. (41 to 45) intermediates on the track. Meta 19, Geiger, Titus, Loy, and Raybon in and out of the turn and down the rhythm section. Trying to pick him up. That's got to be Titus. Titus on your top spot. So we got Titus, Loy, Geiger, and Raybon coming back through. Meta number 20, ladies, 12 expert ladies on the track. Piper Ellerton, Braylon Swap, and Aaliyah Bradley. Down the second straight they go on the top spot. Who we got? That's got to be the Viper. It's the Viper, and it's bombs away, and it's Aaliyah. Down the rhythm section they go, still battling for the top spot, pumping and pedaling. Coming back at me on the last straight, your 12 bike going to be Ellerton with your 2 bike, a swap, and your 22, your double deuce of Bradley coming back through on your 3. Moto 21, 8-year-old experts, Merrill, Ellerton, Bradley, and Newell. This is the rowdy moto. All these dudes are out of control. In and out of the second turn. Got to be Garen Newell on the top spot. Newell, Ellerton, Merrill, and Bradley. Bradley and Merrill. Into the last turn they go, coming back at me. See who we got. It's definitely Newell. Bradley going to make a move. Bradley, Ellerton, and Merrill coming across the line. Nice racing out of that crew. Meta 22 on the track. 12-year-old experts. Into the second turn they go. We got Austin Ike, Jamison Easterling, and Justin Adkins into the rhythm section. Adkins going to show the way. So we got Adkins, Ike, and Easterling coming back through. Adkins, Ike, and Easterling. 1, 2, 3. Moto 23, last moto of the first round, headed down the first straight. Ethan Ankrum, Landon Reister, Marcus Long, Max Titus, and Cage Moss headed down the second straight. Got to be Titus and Reister going to show the way. Looks like Moss, Long, and Ankrum in there. Single file through the rhythm section as they make their way back through. Coming back at me. Looks like Titus, Reister going to take your 1 and your 2. Moss, Long, and Ankrum coming back through for round 1. Finishing up round 1. We are staging up round 2. So if you've got a second round and we run total points, so I know that you do, head on back over to staging. Somebody already got into them. I didn't open them. Do you have a volleyball team? Unless there's another Casey out. I know. I don't know what's going on. We got our ladies cruisers holding us up. That's rarely ever the case. The one thing that doesn't surprise me is it's the Wicked crew. I'm going to have to call Fernando. Fernando, if you're watching this, you need to get this Wicked crew under control. I definitely know when I think Fernando, I think of discipline. He's all about it. Round two is underway. 36 to 40 ladies cruisers on the track. Swap, Bauer, Ellerton, Clark, Bailey, and Swap. Into the second turn they go. It's got to be TC, Tegan Clark. TC showing the way. Looks like Ellerton and Swap. J Swap battling for that two with bombs away on the four. So it's Clark, Ellerton, Swap, Bauer, and Bailey bringing it back around. Meta number 4 on the track. 11 cruisers headed down the second straight. We got Adkins, Newell, and Lawless headed down the second straight into the second turn. Looks like Adkins, the 4 bike, going to show your way with Newell in there cranking on the 2, and the 88 bike of Lawless in there on your 3 as they head through the rhythm section. Picking them up down the last straight. Looks like Adkins, Newell, and Lawless. 1, 2, 3. Meta number 5 on the track. 17 to 20. Easterling, Little, and Ike headed down the second straight. Looks like Steve Ike going to show your way, but he's got Easterling sitting in his hip pocket. Little trying to find a way as they go single file through the rhythm section. Coming back at me. Looks like Steve Ike going to take your 1 with Easterling on your 2 and Little on your 3. Oh yeah, here we go. 5 and under novice. One of my favorite races of the day. Oliver Kingen, Patrick Tasker, and Vivian Bush in and out of the first turn. They're headed down the second straight. 3 riders out there, 5 and under novice. I'll tell you what, we got a crew of 5 and unders in our BMX Racing League. You better be ready for these dudes because they're out of control. Here we go through the rhythm section. Cranking their way around, 5 and unders on the track. Looks like we got Oliver King in the 482 bringing it back around. We got the 80 bike of Vivian Bush on the 2 and the 216 of Patrick Tasker coming back around on your 3 for your 5 and under novice class. Turn the page and we are on to 6-year-old novice. Meta number 7 headed into the second turn. Matthews, Todd, Blair, and Rupp out of the second turn and through the rhythm section. Holden Blair, the 298, coming down from Akron trying to take home a win. He's showing the way, but he's got company coming. The 235 of Rupp right behind him, but it's going to go Blair, Rupp, Matthews, and Todd. Meta number 8 on the track, 8-year-old novice. Total points on the track, Robbie Lehner, Lane Lodges, and Maddie Posmatier making their way down the second straight into the turn. Through the rhythm section they go. They're battling. Can't tell. Get you some numbers when they come back through. Is that the 170, a Lane? I was going to say, long hair, don't care. Going to show the way back to the line. Lehner making a charge. And Posmatier in there on your 3. Meta number 9 on the track, 9-year-old novices headed down the second straight. We got Etta Bailey, Jet Willie, and Braden Horton. Down the second straight they go, headed for that second turn. Into the turn they go. We're picking them up as they come out of the turn. Believe that's Horton on the top spot. Oh, Bailey making a charge. Going to try and make a move for that top spot as they go into the last turn. Oh, yeah. Headed to the bottom line. She's bringing it back around. They're side by side as they come back to the line. 8 novice on the track. Yeah, Bailey, Horton, and Willie, 1, 2, 3. Meta number 10 on the track, 10-year-old novice class. We got Kix Decker, Joseph Posmatier, Adele Bush, Ivy Hall, and Bray Lawless. In and out of the second turn they go. Down the rhythm section, it's got to be Posmatier on your top spot as they're making their way around. Somebody had a little trouble out there, back up and coming back around. Posmatier. Is that the 298? I believe that's Hall. Adele Bush in there, coming back through. Ivy. It's the 829 of Kix, bringing it back around. Meta number 11 on the track, 14 novice, Bailey, Brust, and Baker making their way through the rhythm section. Single file style coming back around. Set the 985 of Jace Baker with Bailey on your 2 and the 46 bike of Jalen Brust on your 3 coming back through. 41 to 45 novice on the track. Dad's race on Memorial Day. Rupp, Matthews, Decker, Bailey, Klein, and Bush headed into the second turn. Oh, they're side by side. Bailey and Rupp, they're running it back just like they did in round 1. Bailey got it. Rupp making a charge. Klein and Matthews battling for the 3. Bailey going to hang on to that inside line as they bring it back through. Down the last straight they go. Bailey trying to hold on. Rupp makes a charge. Rupp, Bailey, Klein, Matthews, Bush, and Decker. Moto 13 on the track, 6-year-old intermediates, Clayton Lodges, Bailey Loy, and Everett Bailey headed into the second turn. Oh, they're battling. Into the rhythm section they go. Intermediate class on the track, 6-year-olds. They know how to get around this place. Here they come. Back at me on the last straight. The state number 2, Everett Bailey, looking to take a couple of aces to his main event. Oh, they're going to go side by side for that 2. Bailey Loy making a charge. Lodges, Loy. Moto 14 on the track, 8-year-old intermediates. We got Colmenares, Williams, and Loy side by side out of the second turn. Oh, man, they are side by side for that 1 as they head down the rhythm section. Colmenares going to take it over. Loy going to go to the bottom of the track. Here they come down the last straight. Colmenares and Loy going to battle back to the line. Colmenares, Loy, and Williams coming back through. My boy Memphis out there in the neon. Moto 15 on the track, 10-year-old intermediates. We got Cameron Larison, Max Bauer, and Celeste Van Horn. In and out of the second turn through the rhythm section they go. Got to be Larison on the top spot. So we got Larison, Bauer, and Van Horn headed into the second last turn coming back at me. The 43, Larison, coming back through. Oh, Van Horn making a charge. Larison, Bauer, and Van Horn, 1, 2, 3. Nice racing out of that crew. Meta 16 on the track, 11 intermediates. We got Chase Baker, Griffin Todd, and Reed Cole headed down the second straight into the turn. Got to be Griffin Todd going to show the way. Todd showing the way. Baker on your 2 and Cole on your 3 as they head through the rhythm section. Bringing it back around on the last straight. We'll pick them up. Todd looking to go wire to wire. Griffin Todd, Chase Baker, and Reed Cole. 1, 2, 3. Meta 17 on the track, 12-year-old intermediates headed down the second straight. We got Luke Little, Landon Bonsell, and Kendall Bailey battling into that second turn. Oh, man, they're mixing it up. Moves being made all over the place. Bailey and Little and Bonzel still up for grabs as they head into that turn. Coming back at me, Bailey with a little breathing room, but Bonzel and Little making a charge. Going to go Bailey, Bonzel, and Little, 1, 2, 3. Nice race out of that crew. Moto 18 on the track, 14 intermediates. We got Reich, Ankrum, Klein, and McKee making their way down the second straight. Bentley McKee, back from a finger injury, back to his old ways, showing the way. McKee on the top spot. We got the Muskrat in there on the 2. Looks like Ankrum on your 3 with Klein coming back through. McKee, the Muskrat, Ankrum, and Klein. (41 to 45) intermediates on the track. Geiger, Titus, Loy, and Raybon down the second straight they go into the second turn. Looks like Jeremy Titus going to show the way into the rhythm section. He goes with Loy in there on the 2, headed for that last turn and going to come back at me. Looks like Titus, Loy, Matty G, and Bob Raybon bringing it back through. Moto number 20, the ladies club. One moto, a girls club out there. 12-year-old expert girls. Down the second straight they go. Piper the Viper Ellerton. Braylon bombs away Swap. And Aaliyah Bradley. Into the second turn they go. The Viper going to show the way, but she's got bombs away sitting in her hip pocket. Bradley in there on the 3 as they make their way through the rhythm section. Going to come back at me on the last straight. Piper the Viper going to take a 1 on a Monday afternoon. Swap on your 2. And Bradley coming back around on your 3. I was going to race Bradley today. Moto 21, 8-year-old experts. Merrill, Ellerton, Bradley, Newell in and out of the second turn. Oh, they're mixing it up today. Here they go. That's got to be Merrill on the top spot. Merrill, Bradley, Ellerton, and Newell. Here they come back at me, coming across the line. Looks like Maddox, Merrill, Bradley, Ellerton, and Newell going to bring it back through. Moto 22 on the track, 12-year-old experts. We got Austin Ike, Jamison Easterling, and Justin Adkins in and out of the turn and down the rhythm section. It's got to be Easterling on your top spot. So it's Easterling and Adkins and Ike. Single file into the second turn they go. Come back through. Looks like Easterling, Ike, Easterling, Adkins, and Ike. 1, 2, 3. Last moto of the second round, and we'll take a short break. 17 to 20 experts on the track. Ankrum, Reister, Long, Titus, and Moss battling into the second turn. Titus and Reister side by side through the rhythm section. Titus going to slip away. Reister going to battle back on the bottom of the track as they come down the last straight. Looks like Titus, Reister, Long, Moss, and Ankrum coming across the line. All right, guys, we do have one move up today. So if we can get Maxwell Bauer to head up here to the hilltop. We got Max Bauer moving up from the novice class to the intermediate class. Got his 10 wins. Seems like forever ago because it won't stop raining. All right, congratulations, Max Bauer, moving up to the intermediate class. All right, guys, just a little bit of news. Make sure you subscribe to the Marysville BMX newsletter. Lots of good stuff in there. I don't know how often Melissa puts this out, but lots of good stuff in there. 2 weeks from now, we've got our state race and Gold Cup race here at Marysville. Make sure you mark your calendars. We will be starting our Wednesday night races, I believe June 3rd. That rain set us back with BMX Racing League a week. But June 3rd, we will be moving into Wednesday night races. Those are $5. $5 for a BMX race. You can't beat it. Wednesday night, $5 races. We got summer camp with Coach Carly Young coming up June 8th through the 12th. So if you've got a rider that wants to hang out with Carly Young for a week, Carly's a lot of fun and they will learn a lot. And it's not just BMX. Carly she'll have all kinds of nonsense out here. She puts on a great summer camp. Balance Bike League starting again on Saturday mornings, June 13th, 10:30 a.m. If you've got a balance biker or you know a balance biker, it's a great way to get them involved with BMX. Make sure to check our website and our Facebook page and our Instagram and Snapchat and all that. No, I don't know if we have Snapchat. I'm just talking. That's how I communicate with all of my followers, though. We're going to have, I don't even know, I think I got 50 hamburgers and a bunch of hot dogs to cook. I saw lots of food being brought in here. So after the race today, Memorial Day potluck, track will be open to ride. We'll be cooking food. right, guys, we're going to go ahead and start staging up. We will lead chase. We're going to ride backwards on the track. We're going to start staging up. The track will be open after the race. We will be cooking burgers and hot dogs. I don't know what else we got down there. We might have some New York strip steaks. It's hard telling. Be cool if we had at least one for your announcer. All right, guys, we're staging up main events. Staging up main events. Head on over to staging. We will get you in your gate. Cookout and potluck. As soon as the race ends, we will fire up the grill. Looks like Cole might be firing up the grill. Jason Bonzel ain't doing anything. Put him on the grill. Sitting over there in the shade. He didn't even represent in Nashville. I turned the gas off, Cole, on the tank. Thank you for coming out today, Memorial Day. This is starting to become a tradition. We got a few traditions around here. Pedal for Pie, Memorial Day weekend cookout. Awesome announcer. Yeah, really, really awesome announcer. Hopefully Zach Quick's listening. Pick up some pointers. Oh, yeah. Main events, kicking off main events. 36 to 40 ladies cruisers on the track. We got Braylon Swap, Casey Bauer, Abby Ellerton, Tegan Clark, Leslie Bailey, and Jennifer Swap headed down the second straight into the second turn. Oh, Bauer off track, but gathering it back in. Right now it's about TC. Clark on your top spot. Hot Sauce in there on your 2. Swap, Jennifer Swap, the 3 bike. So it's TC, it's Ellerton, it's Swap, Bauer, Bailey, and Swap coming back around on your first main event of the afternoon. Main event number 4 on the track. 11-year-old cruisers down the second straight they go. It's Adkins, Newell, and Lawless headed down the second straight. Newell, Guerin out there on the top spot, going to show the way. Adkins on the 2 and Lawless on your 3 as they head into the rhythm section. Still up for grabs, making their way through. Here they come down the last straight. Newell on your top spot. Adkins going to come around the outside. Adkins, Newell, and the 88 bike of Lawless going to round out your podium. 17 to 20 cruisers on the track. Easterling, Little, and Ike as they head down the second straight into the rhythm section. Steve Ike, your 46 bike, going to show the way. Ike, Easterling, and Little single file through the section. Coming back at me. Little style out of Ike. So it's Ike, it's Easterling, it's Little coming back through. 5 and under novice on the track, main event number 6. Oliver Kingen, Patrick Tasker, and Vivian Bush. 5-year-olds headed down the second straight. I believe that's got to be Kingen on the top spot. So it's Kingen, Bush, and Tasker making their way into that second turn. 5 and unders out here doing battle main event time as they head into the rhythm section, making their way around. Headed for the last turn. We'll pick them up as they come back at me. It is the 482 of Oliver Kingen looking to punch his ticket. Looks like the 80 bike of Vivian Bush on the 2. And Tasker making a charge back to the line. Side by side, Bush and Tasker coming across the line. Main event number 7 on the track, 6-year-old novice class. We got Matthews, Todd, Blair, and Rupp. Into the second turn they go. Got to be the 298 bike of Holden Blair coming down from Akron, trying to take a 1 home with him. Into the second last turn they go. Blair got it under control, but he's got company coming. I believe that's Matthews on the 2. Blair, Matthews, Rupp, and Todd. Single file coming to the line. Great race out of our 6-year-olds on a Monday afternoon. Main event number 8 on the track. 8-year-old novices, Robbie Lehner, Lane Lodges, and Maddie Posmatier headed into the second turn. Still up for grabs on that top spot. As we pick them up, they're side by side. I see long hair, don't care. That's got to be Laney. It's either Lane or Laney. I'll have to ask her after the race. But here she comes down the last straight. The 170 bike looking to take a win at Marysville. Oh, no. Laner lost a pedal. Coming back through. Lodges, Laner, and Posmatier. 1, 2, 3. Main event number 9 on the track. 9-year-old novice. We got Etta Bailey, Jet Willie, and Braden Horton. In and out of the first turn they go. Down the second straight, they're side by side for the 1. This one's up for grabs. I believe that's Bailey going to step out. Bailey making a charge. Look at Jet Willie. He's charging in there. We got a 3-way battle down to the bottom of the track. They're side by side as they come out of the turn through the rhythm section, making their way down. Still up for grabs. Oh, yeah, into the last turn. Bailey coming back at me. Willie on the 2 and Horton side by side as they come down the line. Bailey, Willie, and Horton. 1, 2, 3. Great race, crew. Moto number 10, main event number 10, 10-year-old novice. We got Kix Decker, Joseph Posmatier, Adele Bush, Ivy Hall, and Bray Lawless. In and out of the second turn, we're picking them up as they come back around. Oh, we lost one. Looks like they're back up, headed through the last turn and coming back at me. That's got to be Posmatier, that 298 bike coming back through. On your 2. Is that Lawless? Oh, we lost a couple of them. Is that my girl Adele? No. Is that Kix Decker? All right. We got our 10-year-old novice class. All kinds of carnage going on out there. Gathering it back up. Hate to see that, but he's walking it off. Get yourself a couple of cookies, man. There's a bunch of them over there. Go see Grandma Kim. She'll probably hook you up with a popsicle because that's how she rolls. Main event number 11 on the track. 14 novice headed down the second straight. Marshall Bailey, Jalen Brust, and Jace Baker making their way down the second straight into the second turn. Everybody upright in this one as they head for the rhythm section. I believe that's Baker. So we got Baker, Bailey, and Brust. Uh-oh. Somebody's got some wrenching to do. Cole, where's your torque wrench? Coming back through. Here we go, 41 to 45 novice dad race on the track. Moto number 12, Dustin Rupp, John Matthews, Neil Decker, Kent Bailey, Noel Klein, and Ryan Bush as they head down the second straight. Oh, Bailey got a lead on him now. Bailey, Matthews, and Rupp going to show the way into the second turn. Through the rhythm section they go. Bailey, oh, it's still the novice class, boys. Oh, no, we lost Decker. Here they come down the last straight. Bailey going to show the way. We got Matthews on the 2. Klein making a charge. Rupp, Bush. And let's give a hand to Neil Decker. He went down, but he's back up and making his way around. Those boys have to work tomorrow. This ain't no joke. Main event 13 on the track, 6-year-old intermediate class. Clayton Lodges, Bailey Loy, and Everett Bailey racing hard into the first turn. We'll pick them up as they come out of the turn and head down the second straight. Single file style, headed for that second turn. It's Bailey and Lodges. Bailey, Lodges, and Loy battling into the second turn. We'll pick them up as they head through the rhythm section. I'll get you some numbers. Kate crossing the track in the middle of the race. Here they come down the last straight. That's your 2 bike. Bailey. I think Bailey's got 3 aces. Oh, they're going side by side for the 2 back to the line. Look at these 2 battling. Nice racing. I don't know who got that. Loy and Lodges race right back to the line. Main event 14 on the track, 8-year-old intermediates. We got Colmenares, Adkins, Williams, and Loy in and out of the turn and through the rhythm section. Colmenares going to show the way, but Loy making a charge as they head for that last turn. Who's it going to be? Colmenares closing it down. Loy trying to make a charge, coming back to the line. Looks like Colmenares. Oh, Loy making a charge. Oh, ho, 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 ho. I don't know. Colmenares. Hold on for that one with Loy on the 2 and my boy Memphis Williams on the 3. Main event 15 on the track, 10-year-old intermediate class. In and out of the first turn and headed down the second straight. Cameron Larison, Max Bauer, and Celeste Van Horn, single file. Larison going to show your way. Bauer just picking up his award. Van Horn in there on the 3. Oh, yeah. Pumping through the rhythm section. They're getting it done. Headed for that last turn. Coming back at me. Larison, Bauer, and Van Horn. 1, 2, 3. Meadow 16 on the track. 11 intermediates. We got Chase Baker, Griffin Todd, and Reed Cole down the second straight they go. Into the second turn. Baker going to show the way, but he's got Todd sitting in his hip pocket. Reed Cole says, you two figured this one out. I'm in the 3 as they head through there into the last turn. Coming back at me. Baker trying to hold him off. The 119 bike in your state 1. Looks like Baker, Todd, and Cole. 1, 2, 3. I got to say, I like Cole's kit. Got those red, white, and blue pants matched up with the red, white, and blue Marysville jersey. Looks good, man. Moto 17 on the track. Main event, 12 intermediates. Little, Bonzel, and Bailey. This has been one to watch all day. They're going side by side through the rhythm section. Oh, we're going to have three-way battle for the lead in the last turn. Bonzel trying to hold on. We got Bailey, the 153. Bailey, Bonzel, and Little coming back to the line. 1, 2, 3. Main event 18 on the track, 14 intermediates. Cassidy Reich, Leah Ankrum, Kylie Klein, and Bentley McKee in and out of the first turn and down the second straight they go. McKee gonna show the way. Looks like the Muskrat in there on the 2 with Ankrum on your 3 and Klein in there on your 4 as they make their way through the rhythm section, coming back around into the last turn. We're gonna pick them up as they come back through. McKee, McSpeed coming back through for your 1. Looks like the Muskrat on your 2. Ankrum making a charge though. Muskrat, Ankrum, and Klein coming back through. Main event 19 on the track, 41 to 45 intermediates. Matt Geiger, Jeremy Titus, Jeremiah Loy, and Bob Raybon into the second turn. Looks like Titus going to show the way. Loy taking a peek. They're going to go side by side through the section. Got Matty G in there on the 3. Into the last turn they go, coming back at me. Who's got the power? Who's got the pull, as they say? Titus, Loy, Matty G. Matty G was out here raking on the track beforehand. Give him a hand. And Raybon coming across the line. Main event number 20, Girls Club on the track. Piper the Viper Ellerton, Braylon Bombs Away Swap, and Aaliyah Bradley. We're going to need a nickname for you, Bradley. In and out of the second turn and through the rhythm section. They're pedaling and pumping, making their way around. The Viper got it under control, but she's got a pocket full of Swap as they come back through. Looks like Ellerton, Swap, and Bradley. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to have to hire a dog to chase you, Aaliyah. Keep you moving around here. Main event 21 on the track, 8-year-old experts. This has been a good one all day. Down the second straight they go. Maddox Merrill, Parker Ellerton, Grayson Bradley, and Garen Newell racing hard into the second turn. Got to be Merrill on the top spot. Merrill, Ellerton, Bradley, and Newell single file into the rhythm section, but this one ain't over. I know it. Here they come down the last straight. They're carving that last turn, looking to make moves. Ellerton trying to get to the inside. Merrill, Ellerton, Bradley, and Newell. Main event 22 on the track, 12-year-old experts. We got Austin Ike, Jamison Easterling, and Justin Adkins. In and out of the second turn through the rhythm section they go, making their way around. Up for grabs on the top spot. Easterling's got it. Adkins trying to find a way. Ike in there. Three-way battle for the 1. Coming back to the line. Easterling going to hold on. Easterling, Adkins, and Ike. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. 17 to 20 experts on the track. Ankrum, Reister, Long, Titus, and Moss making their way down the second straight. Second turn. Got to be Titus. Titus, Reister, Long, Moss, and Ankrum single file, but it's still up for grabs. Lots of battles out there. Who's it going to be as they come back to the line? Looks like Titus, Reister, Long, Moss, and Ankrum. All right, guys, thanks for coming out. Celebrate your Memorial Day. Monday afternoon BMX. We don't get to do this often. Thank your volunteers. Track held up. It was good to see everybody today. Looks like the grill is up and running. Lots of food, lots of snacks. CC brought a bunch of Panera bread. What? Yeah. What happened to your arm?